Good day everyone, my name is Jane M. Casqueyo and we are the Group 12. We are going to present about Conduct Competency Assessment. The learning objectives are describe assessment and you must be able to identify factors to be considered in organizing assessment activity. Assessment. When we say assessment, it is making a judgment if a student learn effectively or kung hanggang saan yung natututunan ng bata or ng learners, then yung kakayahan niya sa mga ginagawa. For example, sa school natin, yung instructors nagbibigay ng pre-test, quiz, and summative assessment para ma-monitor yung kaalaman natin. Competency, it defined as the application of knowledge, skills, and behaviors used in performing specific jobs. Dito sa competency, ito yung kakayahan ng isang learners para maabot yung goal niya, para ma-apply yung skills at yung kaalaman dun sa isang task na gagawin. And this competency assessment can also be used by individuals to assess their readiness for other roles and they desire to become. There are three messages that emerge from this definition. Assessment involves the collection of evidence, assessment involves the making professional judgment, and assessment is the benchmark for the competency standard. In assessment involves the collection of evidence, there are three types: the direct evidence, indirect evidence, and assessment evidence. The direct evidence, this evidence that is witnessed first-hand by the assessor and includes observation of workplace performance. For example, dito is yung listening to an audio or viewing a videotape of the learner's performance in a workplace. Yung doon, nakikita mismo as in face-to-face. Yung mga ginagawa, nag-oral exam, ganun. Indirect evidence, this evidence that can be reviewed by assessor includes written assignment, portfolios completed. So yun nga, sa indirect evidence, yung hindi mismo face-to-face sila, yung nagpapasa lang yung learners ng mga activity, assignments, portfolio para ma-monitor pa din ng assessor. And then number 3 is supplementary evidence. Yung types of evidence na supplementary is particularly an assessment evidence used to support decision around completed tasks and demonstrations of skills. And this supplementary example is testing, interview, in order to provide the information or evidence to determine the competence of a learner. In assessment evidence, it is collected confirms the candidate's ability to achieve each outcome and also to describe in the unit competency under each condition standard yung mga performance that needs na naandun sa performance criteria. Assessment involves the making of professional judgment. The professional judgment is the made after the assessment evidence has been collected and compared against the unit requirements. It is the judgment in assessor success in the assessment if he or she improved. So ayun nga, dito sa professional judgment, yung assessor, dun malalaman after ng assessment kung yung assessor ba is nag-improve or na-develop na siya or may na-achieve na siya dun kahit papano sa assessment result. At nag-improve ba yung sarili niya sa assessment na yon. Assessment is the benchmark for the competency standard. Dito sa benchmark for the competency standard, it is allow us to judge someone's knowledge or skills by comparing what the generally accepted industry standard is. And for example of this is tayo as a student sa major natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng assessment para malaman dun kung natututo ba tayo sa mga tinuturo ng instructor natin. At doon, yung teacher natin, ina-assist tayo, tinuturoan tayo para matama yung maling natututunan natin or nagagawa natin. And the purpose of this is to develop the skills required by the industry at standards required by the industry. Conducting a competency assessment. In conducting competency assessment, it involves observing, interviewing, testing, judgment, kung saan yung isang assessor or students can perform their work or task in accordance. And the goal of this competency assessment is to identify the problems with employee or to the assessor performance to correct the strengths and weaknesses of an assessor. And this competency assessment can help us to determine if the employee what it takes to succeed is one of the competency trainer's qualification. Conducting competency assessment is one of the competency trainers methodology level 1. Or ito yung unang sa assessment, ito yung pinakaunang nakukuha para makapag-take ng PM and other assessment. A course which comprises the knowledge, skills, and attitudes required for ATEVA trainers to possess. Also contains training materials and activities for you to complete on conducting assessment. It details requirements for organizing assessment activities, preparing candidates, gathering and evaluating evidence, making assessment decision, recording and providing feedback on assessment outcome. And the assessment methods can be written examination, oral interview, and demonstration. And the next is factors to be considered in planning assessment activity. Competency standards. The competency standard it provides information or critical aspect of the competency underpinning knowledge, skills, resource, implication, assessment methods, and context assessment. Meaning, dito nakapaloob yung expected professional abilities and skills sa isang guro or sa isang student na kailangang ma-develop sa profession nila. And if you have planned to become assessor, you must have a good knowledge of the competency qualification. Assessment guidelines. Dito sa assessment guidelines, ito yung mga sinusunod para maging maayos yung flow ng assessment. The information, instructions given to the candidate or the assessor regarding conditions under which the assessment should be conducted and recorded. Para if ever na may mangyaring hindi inaasahan, na may recorded pa rin na makukuha as an evidence. The assessor must follow the relevant assessment guidelines in order to ensure that assessment processes are fair to all candidates. Hindi magiging unfair para sa iba, pero dapat yung para if ever na may mangyaring hindi inaasahan, na may recorded pa rin na makukuha as an evidence. The assessor must follow the relevant assessment guidelines in order to ensure that assessment processes are fair to all candidates. Hindi magiging unfair para sa iba, pero dapat yung maayos, yung pantay yung treat doon sa mga candidates na mag-assessment. Assessment processes are implemented in a consistent manner. Assessment processes produce high quality and consistent outcomes. Dimension competency. Dito sa dimension competency, nakapaloob na dito lahat ng aspect ng work performance. And it must be taken into account when an assessor is gathering evidence of a candidate's competency for a unit, and assessment should be designed to address this accordingly. And the dimension of competency defined as an effective workplace or work performance requiring not only technical skills but knowledge and attitudes to apply those skills in routine and non-routine situations. And people are considered to be competent when they are able to apply their knowledge and skills to successfully complete their work activities in a range of situations and environments. And the dimension of competency has 4 dimensions: the task skills, task management skills, contingency management skills, and job role environment skills that Ms. Realyn Molina will continue to discuss these 4 dimensions.